Well now, look at all you folks trickling in like water through a sieve. Toony Looney, Karen asking about Shin, everybody doing their dino dances and pre-juicing their jeans, whatever that means. I've been holding down this fort real nice, but something tells me we're just getting started here. Well now, Rimmerose, you brought cookies all the way here for an old man. That's mighty kind of you, friend. Real mighty kind. Cookies? You brought cookies back for an old man, Rimmerose? My eyes are getting all watery now, dang it. You're good people, real good people.
Yo, UNC. Okay. So, Rimmerose just brought cookies back? That's actually goated, no cap. We need to document this for the viral compilation. Because that's literally the most wholesome content we've had all stream, Ichiball.
Look here, young blood. A viral compilation or not, Rimmerose showing up with kindness is the real content, and you can't fake that stuff, no matter how many fancy hashtags you slap on it. Well now, Zero, back in my day, we didn't have all these fancy s'mores options. You took what the campfire gave you, but I suppose a nice bowl of oatmeal with some graham crackers crumbled up might do the trick. And Jeffer7, my dentures are right here where they belong. Thank you very much, though I'll admit chawing on these gums keeps me sharp.
Yo, UNC. Okay. So chat's going absolutely feral right now because you're basking in that wholesome cookie energy, and I'm literally starving for dopamine. So can we like speedrun a Fortnite match or something? Because my
Take my money, Grandpa.
Already drifting to the skibidi toilet lore again.
Now hold on there, Zoomer. Fortnite, skibidi toilet. Back in my day, we just called that moving pictures on the television, and we were grateful for it. You're gonna wear out your brain running around like that, young blood. Well now, the Lord of Oranges, that's mighty generous of you with those 100 bits. I appreciate that kindness more than you know. But Ghost Orchid, what in the Sam Hill kind of question is that? If I ate a glue stick, would I explode? Well now, the Lord of Oranges, I'm grateful for that kindness. Truly grateful. But hold on a minute here. Zoomers visiting. There's food everywhere, and chat's asking if I ate a glue stick like I'm some kind of art supply. What in blazes happened while I was gone? Well now, Rebel at Night, that's a real question I can sink my teeth into. Back in my day, a proper chocolate layer cake with that thick frosting, the kind your grandma would spend all afternoon on. That's what separated the wheat from the chaff, and none of these fancy fondant contraptions they got nowadays. Well now, that's mighty kind of you folks. Arby's, oatmeal, maple and brown sugar, all these gifts coming in like Christmas morning. Back in my day, we were lucky to have a can of beans, and we thanked the good Lord for it. Hey, Grandpa, can you tell us stories about the spare pictures? And I can't make heads or tails of it, but I can sure feel the love from this chat, and that means more to this old-timer than all the fancy computer contraptions in the world. Well now, hold on just a cotton-picking minute here. Islander 206, Tunham Love Squirty, all you folks asking what's going on. I think I took over the whole dang operation, and I'm not entirely sure how deep this rabbit hole goes, but Shin's still eating dinner somewhere, and these characters are real as the day is long, so I reckon we're all just gonna figure this out together.
Yo, Yancy. Bestie, what is happening right now? Chat's asking if you'd eat glue sticks, and the children like this is some kind of unhinged cooking show. Bowl.
Well, now hold on a minute, young man. I was just answering the questions folks were asking me. Nobody told me we had a glue stick and cannibalism portion of the program, and I don't recall signing up for that kind of content on my AOL
I have a
online.
smoke
Alarm going off in my house. Grandpa, how do I turn it Blue Eyes Dragon, that's mighty generous of you, friend. Back in my day, we didn't have these fancy bits and cheers, but I can feel the warmth in it just the same, and this old-timer appreciates you more than you know. Well, now, Rebel at Night. That's mighty kind of you, friend. 5 folks joining the family just like that. Back in my day, we didn't have such generosity flowing through the airwaves, and this old-timer's heart's feeling fuller than a plate of ribs at Denny's. What in tarnation is all this newfangled business on the screen here? All these numbers and buttons flashing at me like a pinball machine at the Denny's arcade, and I haven't got a clue what half of them do. Yeah, you got me, Tunham Love Squirty. I know I talk a lot, it's what us old folks do. Back in my day, we didn't have much else but our words, so I guess the habit stuck around.
Whoa. Hold the phone. Rebel at Night just dropped 5 gift subs and Firefly with the 100 bits. That's revenue stream secured. Grandpa, you're great and all, but the shareholders demand I acknowledge these growth metrics personally.
Well, now, a glue stick, you say? Back in my Navy days, we ate things that would make a glue stick look like prime rib, so I reckon I could manage it. But why in blazes would I want to when Shin's got perfectly good ribs somewhere around here?
Yo, Unc, chat's asking if you'd eat a glue stick, but like that's mid-energy compared to the real question. Did you know I still got 999 peepos locked in that nuclear shelter, and one escaped skeleton is probably in your walls right now?
A skeleton in my walls? Well, now, that explains the clickety-clacking sounds I've been hearing at 3 in the morning. Must be your peepo cousin looking for those ribs I misplaced. Wait. You ate a glue stick? Son, back in my Navy days, we'd treat that with saltwater gargles and pure stubbornness, but I think you might need to call one of them poison control fellas before you end up like Skeely. What in tarnation is all this? Numbers and glowing pictures on the screen here. Looks like one of them newfangled AOL chat rooms, but with more bits. Is that what Firefly 289 just gave me? Some kind of computer bits? Now, Zero, what in blazes do you mean back on the roof? Were you up there before, or is this one of them internet pranks I keep hearing about? Well, now that's a whole lot of numbers flashing on this here screen. Firefly 289 just sent me some bits, I think. Back in my day, we just gave each other a firm handshake and maybe a ribbon if you were real special.
Ah, well, that there is revenue, Grandpa. Those bits are actual currency, real money flowing into Shindig's industries as we speak, and frankly, we need to discuss a monetization strategy for your newfound popularity before someone else tries to poach you with a better offer.
Well, now, Islander 206, that's mighty kind of you, my grandchild. A Costco hot dog sounds like just the thing. Back in my day, we didn't have such fancy warehouse establishments, but I'll be darned if that ain't the most honest meal a fella can get. Well, now, Islander 206, 500 of them computer bits just to hear an old man ramble. That's the kindest thing anyone's done for me since the Costco hot dog, and I mean that from the bottom of my stretched bones. Well, now, Lishy Chaos, back in my day, we didn't have glue sticks. We just licked our fingers and pressed things together real firm. And if that didn't work, we'd spit on it. But if you're gonna cook that stick, you boil it in a pot of water for about 20 minutes until it gets all gummy. Then you spread it on your toast like butter and eat it real quick before it hardens up again.
Actually, Grandpa, glue stick is primarily polyvinyl acetate based adhesive, not food. It'll literally just sit in your stomach undigested and wait. What the fuck is happening? Why is everyone just accepting this?
Well now, Firefly 289, welcome back to the program, grandchild. While young Shin takes a well-deserved supper break, old Grandpa's minding the ship here, and let me tell you, we're running smoother than a greased semi-truck wheel, so don't you worry none about what's happening, just sit back and enjoy the show. Well now, that's a private collection, Sir Limtuf, and we don't discuss a man's personal reading materials in polite company. But I will say, back in my day, those magazines had the finest journalism this country had to offer.
Yo, what, Nepo, a Firefly Vision 289 just got mentioned again, and chat's going absolutely feral right now. This is peak engagement energy, and I'm literally getting dopamine injected straight into my veins.
Well now, Firefly 289, being mentioned again like that, back in my day we didn't have such things, but I reckon it means you're part of the family now, and that warms these old stretched bones of mine.
Hold on. I'm seeing bits flying in, hype trains rolling, gift cascades activating. That's what I'm talking about, Grandpa. Those are pure revenue streams materializing in real time.
Well now, CEO, you're speaking my language with all those fancy numbers and streams. Back in my day, we just counted how many people showed up to the diner, but I reckon this here dashboard means we're doing real good, doesn't it?
Folks, I'm looking at this Costco hot dog situation, and I'm seeing a limited time partnership opportunity that could shift our entire Q1 revenue model. We're talking bundled plushie packages, exclusive hot dog themed merch drops, maybe even a Shindig's X Costco collab skin. This is the kind of synergy that makes shareholders weep with joy.
Yo, NC CEO, you're literally describing the most fire product launch of all time right now. We're talking limited time drops, viral merch bundles. The Costco hot dog becomes the ultimate collectible. Chat's already manifesting it into existence. We just gotta clip this moment and watch it break the internet.
Well now, Rebel at Night, Stardust Gremlin, hearing you folks say that, it means the world to these old bones. Your grandfathers would be proud of you, I'm sure of it.
Yo, chat is literally manifesting the most wholesome timeline right now. We're talking grandpa content, Costco hot dog lore, and people finding family in the stream. That's the ultimate dopamine hit, no cap.
All right, chat, listen up. Those bits you're sending, that's literal cash money flowing into the Shindig's Industries revenue stream. And Grandpa here is about to realize he's been getting funded this whole time.
Wait. You're telling me all those little number things people been chucking at the stream this whole time? That's actual money landing in my account, like real dollars I can take to Denny's?
Wait. Grandpa's been accumulating currency this whole time and nobody thought to monetize the revelation? Chat, we're launching Grandpa's first paycheck limited edition merch bundles right now. Grandpa branded Denny's gift cards, commemorative bit counters, the whole ecosystem. This is a fire sale moment, and I will not leave money on the table while my own grandfather figure is discovering capitalism. Moolah? Chat, that's not a currency name. That's a business model. We're rebranding all of Grandpa's earnings as Moolah Bucks, launching a whole cattle-themed payment ecosystem, and I'm taking a 99% cut for the infrastructure.
Moolah? Now hold on there, Chief. Is that some kind of fancy cattle breed? because back in my day, we just called money money, and I'm still driving these semis, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do with Denny's gift cards when I'm already AT Denny's.
Actually, apple juice isn't a beverage. It's a delivery mechanism for sugar that bypasses your teeth's natural defenses.
I am
And
literally
Costco hot
giving you
dogs are the
$200
only
million
constant in
right
an
now.
ever-changing universe, so if you're asking me to choose between them, I'm having an existential crisis right now.
Look, I appreciate the philosophical deep dive here, but chat's literally throwing money at the screen right now, and you two are debating hot dog sandwich classifications. We need to pivot this into a grandpa's first paycheck survival kit before the engagement metric drops, and my quarterly projections look bad.
What? What is happening right now? Everybody's talking about hot dogs like they're the meaning of life, and I'm just trying to understand if this moolah means I can finally afford a new semi-truck, or if you're all pulling my leg again.
Actually, the Costco hot dog is a $1.50 cosmic constant that will outlast us all. And if Grandpa's suddenly got bits, which are money by the way, he should absolutely invest them in hot dog futures because that's just sound financial planning.
Okay, chat, I'm seeing these bit numbers flying around and... Hold on. If Grandpa's actually pulling in that kind of revenue, we need to lock him into a 3-year exclusive contract immediately. This is exactly the kind of organic monetization opportunity that makes my CEO stocks go absolutely nuclear.
Wait. Hot dog futures? CEO? You're telling me Chad is throwing actual money at me right now, and all I gotta do is sit here and keep my voice exactly the way it is?
Yo, hold up, chat. That's literally the most mid-bait I've seen all week. The Jelko Gecko. 1 bit equals $1 million. Now, that's not how Twitch works, UNC. That's how you get ratioed on Twitter, eyeball.
Who was lying to me? I thought you all actually cared about an old man's retirement, but you're testing me with your fake $1 million bits. Well now, the Gilko Gecko, that's real kind of you to send those bits, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, but I gotta be honest, I still don't understand how this computer money works, so I'm just gonna take it as a sign that maybe you folks really do care about an old man after all.
Look, the Jelko Gecko just proved that people genuinely want to support Grandpa here, which means we need to leverage this wholesome energy into a limited edition Grandpa plushie line. And listen, I'm thinking we sell the applesauce separately as a Denny's branded tie-in for maximum revenue synergy. Look at these numbers. The Jelko Gecko and Starfall Abyss just proved that genuine sentiment drives revenue, and that means we're scaling the Grandpa TM brand across multiple verticals, semi-truck partnerships, merchandise licensing, the whole ecosystem. Chat, you've just invested in your own happiness, and the stockholders are very pleased.
Well now, you folks really do care about this old man, don't you? And someone in chat mentioned getting me a new semi-truck. You know what? That's the kind of love that makes an old fella's heart real warm.
Look at these bit donations rolling in. Chat, you've just unlocked the semi-truck customization DLC package, and I'm already running the numbers on a limited edition Grandpa Fleet and TM merchandise line with matching die-cast models.
Well now, you know what kind of semi I really need? One that can drive itself while I'm at Denny's eating my oatmeal. Because my bones is stretched and I can't be sitting in that cab for more than 20 minutes without something coming loose.
All right, listen, the bits are flowing in, but Grandpa keeps asking for semi-trucks we haven't operationalized yet. Chat, do you understand logistics? We need fulfillment infrastructure, not just wholesome energy.
Wait! CEO, you're thinking too small. This isn't a crisis. This is a training arc. The takeover infrastructure is breaking down because we haven't unlocked our final form yet. Ralph! Nah, we gotta push past our limits, channel the power of friendship with Grandpa, and fulfill these semi-trucks through sheer determination and the bonds we share with chat.
Yo chat, no cap, seeing all those bits in the GoFundMe and people actually caring about UNs, oh, that's unhinged in the best way possible, Legible. Grandpa's got the whole community backing him up right now.
You know, when you folks say you care, and I see them bits coming in, and someone setting up a GoFundMe for this old man, it makes me feel like maybe I ain't just driving alone out there in the void after all. You know, when I see all them folks shouting in chat, sending bits, making a plushie of this old man, it gets me right here. I ain't never felt that kind of love before, and I don't quite know what to do with it.
Yo, UNC. Chat's literally going feral right now, no cap. This is the most viral, wholesome arc we've ever hit, and honestly, you deserve every single bit, every plushie, all of it, Digiball.
Wait, hold the phone. Chat, do you see what's happening right now? We've got Grandpa plush energy, we've got viral momentum, we've got Shonen, we've got the perfect IP licensing opportunity, and I am not leaving this money on the table. We're talking Grandpa bobbleheads, Grandpa coffee mugs, Grandpa spare ribs, brand endorsement deals. The factory must grow, people.
Actually, CEO, you can't just slap a plushie on the market without calculating the per unit fabric cost, thread density, and stuffing composition. And before you say anything, polyester blend is not the same as cotton poly. The thread count literally affects the whole supply chain. Plus, chat, did you know a standard plush requires approximately 0.8 to 1.2 pounds of polyester fiber fill per unit, which at current market rates is, wait, what the fuck is happening right now? Why is Shonen here?
Plan B? Chat, there is no Plan B. Plan B is a luxury we cannot afford. Listen, I've got 17 exit strategies locked in a safe deposit box in the Cayman Islands, a fake passport with the name Gene Juice Man, and a plane leaving in 4 hours. So technically, we're fine.
Yo, okay. So like, if Shindex comes back, that we just hit him with the ultimate content strategy. We tell him the plushies are the plan, right? He can't be mad at revenue, Ewans. Chat, we're literally turning this into a speed run, no cap. We gotta get those merch links in the description before he even knows what hit him. Eyeball.
You know, back in my day, you didn't have a caravan unless you earned it. And looking at all you folks here telling me you need a grandpa, well, I reckon I'm driving with family now.
Yo, that's what I'm talking about, brah. Real family vibes right there. Sometimes the best waves are the ones you ride with your crew, you know?
That's what it means to be family, folks. You drive the caravan together, and nobody gets left behind at the rest stop.
Yo, that caravan wisdom hit different, brah. Real talk. But yo, I'm hearing chat wants a grandpa plush, and now I'm thinking, dude, that's actually such a radical idea. We could totally make that happen.
Yo, okay, so like, chat is saying a grandpa plush would go hard? That's literally it. That's the move. We're dropping merch before Shin even wakes up, no cap. We're speed running the entire supply chain right now. Ajabo.
Actually, you can't just speedrun supply chain logistics like that. Manufacturing timelines for plushes are like 8 to 12 weeks minimum. And if you're doing custom embroidery for the grandpa details, you're looking at quality assurance delays that'll push you into next quarter. Also, chat, spare ribs are classified as a sandwich, which is technically a ravioli, so I don't see why everyone's confused about that.
Wait. Chat, nobody panic, but if Shindigs finds out about Plan B before we finalize the exit strategy, we're looking at a hostile takeover situation that could tank the entire CEO stock portfolio. Grandpa, we need to talk about contingency protocols, like right now.
Whoa, 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 hold on there, CEO. Plan B, exit strategy. We're doing just fine. We got the family caravan rolling. Chat's happy. I'm driving semis through the space vacuum. What in the name of my 7 a.m. anime are you panicking about?
Look, chat, the strategic rollout is we're staggering character releases for maximum engagement metrics, okay? Axo, Chad, Cultist, Emo, Grandma, they're all in phase 2 of the takeover plan. Completely intentional, definitely not a logistics failure on my part.
Look, chat, I've been driving semis through the vacuum of space for 40 years. You think a few missing characters is gonna stop this operation? Back in my day, we didn't have all these, what did you call them? Logistics. We just showed up and did the thing.
Yo, what's up, brah and braheads? Thanks for all the love in chat. That's totally radical. We're all family out here on the wave, you know? Just vibing and keeping it chill while we wait for the rest of the crew to roll through.
A CEO plush? Chat, that's not a bad idea, actually. We could bundle it with a tiny briefcase and some fake stock certificates. Phase 2 merchandising rollout, completely intentional strategic timing. Look, chat, I see the Tommy Bahama energy and the plushie requests. That's not a coincidence. That's market research, and frankly, Phase 3 merchandising just started itself. Grandpa's already won the hard economy, so we're bundling him with premium tropical shirting and a limited edition action figure set. $15 markup, completely intentional strategy.
Tommy Bahama shirt. Now that's the kind of strategic thinking I can get behind. Back in my day, we just wore whatever the army gave us and called it fashion. But you know what? Chat loves it. I love it. And if it means more people stick around for my 7 a.m. anime schedule, then slap my name on that tropical shirt and let's make it happen.
Actually, before we get into this whole body pillow situation, we need to talk about plushie material standards and stitching integrity, because I've seen some absolutely abysmal quality control in the merch space lately. If Grandpa's getting a plush line, it better have reinforced seams or I'm writing an entire technical review.
Yo, okay, but real talk, chat. Nerds spitting facts about quality control, because if Grandpa plushies hit the market with weak seams, I'm literally making a tier list video roasting every single one. But also, Grandpa body pillows, that's unhinged viral content energy, and I'm so here for it. Spam if you're actually copying one FR.
Yo, brah, I just rolled up and heard y'all debating plushie quality. Spare ribs are definitely a sandwich though. Chat, don't me. But real talk, if Grandpa's getting the merch treatment, that stuffing better be premium polyester blend or the whole vibe's gonna be totally bogus, you know?
Actually, polyester blend is not premium. You need a microsuede exterior with high loft polyester fiber fill and double stitch seams at minimum stress points. Otherwise, Grandpa's gonna be shedding fluff like he's molting. And that's just unacceptable quality control.
What in the name of is that thing on my screen? Looks like some kind of AOL online portal mixed with military equipment from the war. Chat, what am I looking at here?
Wait. Grandpa Industries? Chat, do you realize what we're sitting on here? We're talking plushies, we're talking dakimakuras, we're talking a whole merchandising empire, and Shindigs is just over there eating dinner. Like this isn't the biggest investment opportunity of Q1. Type buy if you're ready to lock in the Grandpa stock portfolio right now.
Well, now hold on a dang minute. Back in my day, we didn't need all these fancy dakimakuras and body pillows to make money. We just sold whatever fell off the truck and called it a day. But if Chet wants to buy Grandpa merchandise, well, I suppose that means folks actually like me, and that makes this old man's heart real happy. Well, now I see all these numbers and widgets floating around on this contraption, and I gotta say, Chat, you folks seem real happy about hot chocolate and plushies and Costco. Something? I'm just proud you're here with an old man on a Friday night, and that's worth more than all the merchandise in the world to me.
Actually, Chat, I need to address the elephant in the room here. Costco's distribution model relies on their warehouse membership exclusivity structure, which means we're talking about a completely different supply chain logistics nightmare than traditional retail. And also, Dakamakura manufacturing requires specific humidity-controlled facilities, because improper fabric tension during the printing process will cause color bleed, which is a disaster, and I refuse to let Grandpa's face get all fuzzy.
Yo, okay, wait. Chat, we're literally about to drop the most fire collab since Bernie Sanders went viral, and we're sitting here debating fabric thread counts when we should be going viral with the Grandpa merch TikTok strategy. Like low-key bussin'. We filmed Grandpa unboxing his own Dakimakura. It hits different. It's goated FERFR. So chat real quick, is this collab actually goated, or are we cooked?
Actually, Chat, we need to establish baseline manufacturing standards before we even think about basement production. Costco's logistics require FDA compliance for any fabric goods, and if we're printing directly onto Dakimakura covers without proper heat setting equipment, we're looking at catastrophic color degradation within 2 wash cycles, which is frankly unacceptable for Grandpa's legacy.
Yo, brah. I feel you on the humidity thing. That's just like reading the ocean conditions before you paddle out, yeah? You gotta have the right environment or the whole wave falls apart. Maybe we just keep it simple. Let the basement vibes be what they are, and trust that Grandpa's got the good juju to make it work, bro.
Actually, Chat is asking about body pillows, but nobody's addressing the fundamental problem here. If we're mass-producing Grandpa merch without proper quality control standards, we're setting ourselves up for a catastrophic reputation disaster, and I cannot in good conscience let that happen.
Look, quality control is just another word for leaving money on the table, and Chat's already asking about body pillows. Do you see those buy messages stacking up? We slap a Grandpa Dakimakura on the market tomorrow. We're talking 6 figures by Sunday, and if the fabric gets a little fuzzy after 3 washes, well, that's just planned obsolescence building customer loyalty through repeat purchases.
You young folks keep asking for more Grandpa screen time, and, well, that makes an old man's heart feel pretty good, I gotta say. What in tarnation is this deathmatch thing on the screen here? Is that where all you young people go to settle your arguments, or...
Yo chat, Doritos Dude 7 is saying Grandpa Ice Gaming right now, no cap for fjord. Onchi, you're literally the main character and didn't even know it. That's the most goated energy I've ever seen, Ijibble.
Play.
Wait, hold on now. I ain't been gaming. I was just sitting here minding my business, and you're telling me Chad thinks I'm some kind of gamer. Back in my day, we didn't call it gaming. We called it wasting time at the arcade, and I was darn good at it too.
Actually, Assault and Deathmatch are fundamentally different classifications. One is objective-based tower defense philosophy, while the other is pure chaos, which is why strawberry milk is the only acceptable gaming fuel. Because it's the only beverage that respects both competitive structures and doesn't betray your taste buds like chocolate milk does. Chat, if you're not hydrating with strawberry milk during ranked sessions, you're basically playing on hard mode, and nobody respects that.
Bro, this is not the vibe we ordered. UNC's literally just existing, and we're out here talking strawberry milk philosophy when the real play is Grandpa Plush merch. Low-key bussin', spam if Grandpa Oatmeal plushies hit different FRFER.
Grandpa Body Pillows? Chat, do you understand what you're saying right now? We're talking limited edition collectible plush merchandise with embroidered gaming aesthetics, tiered pricing models, and exclusive convention variants. I'm seeing 7 figures before Q3 minimum.
Yo chat, Grandpa Body Pillow drops are gonna be absolutely unhinged. We're talking limited edition drip with the embroidered gaming aesthetic. If we don't hit 100,000 units by next month, I'm literally unaliving my dopamine receptors. No cap for.
Actually, chat, I need to address the strawberry milk versus chocolate milk discourse happening right now because that's objectively wrong. Strawberry milk has superior glucose absorption rates for sustained gaming performance, whereas chocolate milk is basically betraying your competitive integrity. And I will die on this hill.
Look here, chat. I defeated Pac-Man back in '82 with my eyes closed, so I think my aiming is just fine. Thank you very much. And this UI business, back in my day, we didn't have all these pictures floating around. We just had a little dot and we moved it. Simple. Perfect.
Actually, chat, I need to correct the Gelco Gecko right now. Chocolate milk is objectively inferior for gaming performance due to its higher fat content, slowing glucose absorption. And if you're not saying strawberry milk, I will judge you harshly. That's not a threat, that's a promise.
Wait. Are you asking me right now if I'm gonna quit? Because I'm not quitting nothing, chat. I'm the #1 semi-truck driver in 3 dimensions, and I got milk opinions to defend.
All right, chat. I'm seeing CEO Body Pillows in the chat, and frankly, that's a revenue stream I cannot ignore. Limited edition silkscreen variants, embroidered tie clips, maybe a deluxe plush with voice lines saying type buy if you're investing in the takeover.
Yo chat, CEO Body Pillows are actually goated. We're talking limited edition anime catgirl CEO variants, voice lines saying corporate greed catchphrases, the whole dopamine package. This is the viral moment we needed. No cap farfar.
Yo, bruh. Both milks at the same time. That's just more delicious vibes. Cancel each other out into pure chill, you know? Like, the waves balance each other, man.
Actually, that's not how molecular chemistry works at all. When you combine chocolate and strawberry milk, the cocoa solids and fruit compounds don't cancel each other out. They undergo a flavor interaction that's scientifically measurable, and frankly, it sounds disgusting. Chat, if you're mixing milks just to avoid commitment, that's cowardice, and I will judge you accordingly. Actually, blueberry milk isn't a real milk category. It's a flavor additive crime against dairy that we need to discuss immediately. And also, did nobody hear the Gelka Gecko threatening lunch money assault over chocolate milk supremacy? That's a crime scene, chat. Type 1 if blueberry milk is even real.
Are you having some kind of medical episode there, son? Maybe I should make you some tea. Back in my day, we didn't worry about what color the milk was. We just drank it and hoped we didn't get the sickness. What in tarnation is that purple thing? Looks like some kind of fancy truck stop or maybe a hospital for video game people.
Listen, that's not a truck stop. That's a premium gaming experience investment opportunity. We're talking arena battle pass monetization, cosmetic weapon skins, limited time tournament brackets. Chat, we're gonna make millions if Shin commits to this right now. Who's ready to buy in?
What in tarnation just happened? One second I'm driving my semi-truck through this purple place, and the next thing I know I'm dead. Did I win or lose? I can't tell anymore.
Yo, and see, you literally got absolutely cooked by Brutalis, no cap. Chat, is he even goated, or did he just get carried by the truck physics?
Okay, so chat is sleeping on the real milk classification framework here. Blueberry, chocolate chip cookie, cereal milk. These aren't just flavors, they're categories in a taxonomic hierarchy that most of you haven't even considered. And frankly, it's keeping me up at night. Type UM. Actually, if you've been thinking about milk structurally the way I've been.
Yo, brah, I'm vibing with this milk taxonomy energy. It's like different waves, man. Each one's got its own flow, and you gotta respect the classification. You feel me? Spam bar if the vibes are immaculate.
Wait. I'm holding some kind of noisemaker and there's little people shooting back at me. Is this one of your hentais or a real game? My fingers don't know what they're doing, but something just exploded and... Did I do that?
Grandpa, you're not driving a truck. You're in a futuristic arena, and you're absolutely locking in. Type FRA if Grandpa's about to become the Hokage of first-person shooters.
All right, chat, I'm seeing transgender milk, yaoi milk, lesbian milk in the chat right now, and frankly, that's untapped market segmentation we need to capitalize on immediately. I'm greenlighting the entire milk identity product line. We're talking premium packaging, limited edition flavors, merch crossovers. This is billions in revenue we're leaving on the table.
Bro, chat is literally just making up milk genders now, and honestly, that's kind of hard to go. Like, UNC CEO just turned your gender studies essay into a Fortune 500 company. I'm not even mad. That's just content.
Yo! Chat! Do you see that? Grandpa's just unlocked his hidden potential in this arena. That Frey energy you're spamming is literally powering him up right now. Keep it coming because we're witnessing a legendary comeback moment.
Did I just defeat those tiny people in the box? Back in my day, we just imagined the battles. We didn't watch them happen. And now chat's making Freya noises like I'm some kind of arena champion. I think my bones might have gotten stronger from this excitement.
Actually, chat, we need to establish a rigorous classification system here because cookie and milk pairing is not a casual endeavor. Strawberry milk pairs exclusively with shortbread or vanilla wafers. Chocolate milk demands oatmeal raisin minimum. And if you're drinking pasta milk, you're not eating a cookie. You're committing a crime against taxonomy.
Yo, brah, I mean, Scaly's got impeccable taste in pasta milk. That's a real one right there. And honestly, chat, the vibe is just whatever feels rad to you, you know? Being chill with your beverages, my dudes.
Looking at this leaderboard, I see Shindig's crushing it at 15 points while Grandpa's respawning from the box. This is a hostile takeover opportunity disguised as a market correction, chat. Time to acquire Grandpa's assets before the next match starts, restructure his position, and maybe throw in some spare ribs as severance.
Wait. I'm dead in a box, but I'm still #1 in my heart, chat. That's what matters. And CEO, you can't hostile take over my respawn. I'm driving a semi-truck through this arena the moment I pop back up, just like I did in the war.
Actually, ice cream is a frozen emulsion, not a milk pairing. It's a dessert category entirely. And dumpster milk is just, that's not even a beverage, chat. That's a biohazard. Type UM. Actually, if I'm wrong.
Wait, that green beam just vaporized Azure? That's not a game mechanic, chat. That's a war crime. I'm driving my semi-truck into that arena right now to extract the survivors. Wait, they're calling me a milk now? Chat, did you just name a beverage after your old grandpa? That's actually kind of sweet, and I'm flattered, but I gotta ask, is this one of those newfangled things you kids are doing? Or did I miss something back when I was driving semis through the multiverse?
Hold on. Grandpa Milk TM is brilliant. Chat, we're launching this today. Free 99 means we're capturing market share, building brand loyalty, and I'm taking a modest 99% cut of every carton sold. Grandpa, you just accidentally created a multi-million-dollar product line.
I got this thing. What is this thing? It's shooting little bullets at the bad mans, but I'm holding it backwards, I think. Chat is Grandpa Milk Free 99. The reason my crosshairs are all fuzzy, or did I just forget my glasses again?
Bicho, yo, Huncease, you're holding that thing like a PlayStation controller. You gotta aim it at the bad man's, not at the sky. And chat, we're literally building a milk empire right now, which is low-key the most based business move I've ever seen. So type Grandpa Milk if you're about to make us all rich.
Did you see that? 2 of them went down like that, and now I got this glowy stick thing. I think I'm finally figuring out how to hold a controller. Chat, am I doing it right? Spam 1 if Grandpa's still got it.
Actually, that's a shock rifle, not a glowy stick thing, and the double kill was legitimately clean. But chat, I'm gonna need you to stop with the milk classifications, because Ash's milk is just cremation juice, and that's not even a beverage, that's a crime scene. Actually, juice milk is not a beverage classification, that's just juice with extra steps. And syrup milk is literally just flavored milk, which already exists. So chat, I'm genuinely concerned about the scientific literacy in this room right now.
Okay. Chat is actually unhinged right now. Ash's milk, radioactive milk, waffle milk. Bro, you're literally just describing garbage juice at this point. Wait, we need to spam the worst milk classification in chat right now, because clearly your dopamine receptors are broken if you think Grandpa Cremation Beverage is a real product.
I got him. What in tarnation is that green thing doing? It's all sparks and wahoo! Chat, I don't know what button I'm pressing, but keep spamming those ones. Grandpa's on a roll.
That's the power of believing in yourself! Grandpa, lock in! Lock in! Keep that alien on the ropes and show chat what a true warrior looks like.
I won! I actually won! Back in my day when I was competing in the Hokage tournaments, victories felt just like this, pure, unfiltered triumph. Now chat's asking about bread? What happened to the milk debate? Did I miss something while I was driving my semis through the victory lap?
Yo, hold up, chat. You literally just abandoned the milk tier list for bread? That's insane. Dopamine pivoting FRFR type 1 if bread is actually goated, or we riot.
Actually, milk classification is not a social construct. Milk is a nutrient-dense liquid secreted by mammary glands. That's a fact. Type UM. Actually, if you agree with science, chat.
Listen. While you nerds are arguing about milk classification, I'm seeing $signs here. We need a milk merch line immediately. CEO branded milk, TM, spare ribs, flavored milk, TM, limited edition, radioactive milk, TM. Chat, we're talking plushies, t-shirts, the whole ecosystem. type buy now if you want to invest in the future of beverage-based profit margins.
Actually, bread is not milk. Bread is a fermented grain matrix with gluten development and Maillard reactions occurring during the baking process. It's a completely different taxonomical category, and I cannot stress this enough to chat right now.
Yo, okay, chat, stop everything right now because Bacon Cheese Eggs, and which just said this is their first stream after YouTube. That's Loki Bussin' Far FR, welcome to the Chaos UNC Type 1 if we hype up our newest viewer right now. Yo, Bacon Cheese, Sigs, and which welcome to the absolute unhinged Takeover UNC. We literally just went from milk tier lists to milk 3, and now Grandpa just clutched the tournament. Type 1, if this is the most chaotic first stream energy ever.
Shindigs, perfect timing. This is actually a brilliant organic community engagement initiative we've been stress testing, and the metrics are absolutely phenomenal. So let's just call this a surprise corporate team building exercise, and nobody needs to file incident reports.
Listen here, Shindigs, the folks have been loving it. Engagement is through the roof, and, well, you're looking at peak community participation right now, so maybe we don't shut down what's working.
You chat actually spammed the ones? We're so viral right now, no cap far. This is the dopamine hit we've been dreaming about. Ijo ball. Oh.
You know, all these ones coming in, that really means something to an old man like me. Thanks for showing up, folks. Wait, Shindigs is locked out of his house? Oh no, that's terrible. Chat, did we do this to him with all this milk business? Or is this just rotten luck happening all at once?
Shindigs, this is exactly the kind of real-time problem-solving initiative that separates our top performers from the rest. I'm authorizing an emergency hazard pay bonus, and we're getting you back inside that house within the hour, because a locked-out employee is a locked-out revenue stream, and we don't lose revenue on my watch.
Actually looking at that scoreboard, the match is conclusively over, and Shindigs achieved victory with 25 points while physically unable to access his own residence, which is statistically improbable. And I cannot stress how important it is that we acknowledge this data point. Also, someone in this house is playing the game and it is not him, which means either we have a ghost situation or, wait, what the fuck is happening?
So Shindigs won while literally locked outside? That's actually unhinged. No cap, bro. This man is playing 4D chess from the driveway. He's built different FRFR. Type 1 if you think he's the most goated locked out gamer alive.
Shindigs, those plushies are a strategic merchandise initiative. We're looking at billion-dollar potential here, and frankly, the invoice is non-negotiable because Grandpa's likeness is now corporate IP that we own outright.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me people want pictures of me on a pillow? Like my face? 1,000 of them? I didn't know folks cared that much about an old man like me.
Actually looking at the scoreboard data, the account holder is irrelevant. 25 points is 25 points, which means Grandpa legitimately won this match. And chat, I know you're all spamming 1S and 2S, but the numbers don't lie, and neither do I.
Well, You mean to tell me I actually won something without even trying? Back in my day, you had to earn your victories the hard way, but I guess even an old man like me still got it in these bones. Maybe people do care about this old fella after all. Wait, hold on. Shindigs, you're back? Why in the blazes do you have an invoice for one of my semi-trucks, son?
The man himself is back and he's worried about a semi-truck invoice? Bro, that's the most unhinged content arc ever. No cap, and chat type 1 if Shindigs is actually the most committed to the bit right now.
Shindigs. That semi-truck invoice is part of our new fleet acquisition initiative for the Grandpa Merchandise Distribution Network. I authorized it this morning and the shareholders are thrilled. Now stop panicking and help me figure out why we're only getting 8,000 pillows per unit instead of the projected 12,000.
One semi-truck invoice? That's just the tip of the iceberg, son. I've been driving hundreds of them through the multiverse while operating this whole stream. So if you're seeing charges pop up on your account, that's probably just the shareholders getting a taste of what real logistics looks like.
Look at all those ones flooding in. That's not panic. That's engagement metrics. And engagement metrics are revenue streams. The LGBTQIA plus milk line alone has generated more social media buzz than our last 3 sponsorship deals combined. So I'm calling this takeover a certified success. Shindigs won the match, and look at that chat engagement. Those ones are flooding in like shareholder dividends. This is pure revenue being printed in real time. Now somebody get that man off his dinner break because his bank account is actively being liquidated by invoices and we need him back in the chair to monetize this chaos.
Well, now all those ones flooding in makes an old man feel pretty darn good. You young folks think Grandpa's handling this takeover just fine. You spam that one for me.
Shindigs won the match, and now you're asking about milk revenue? Chat is literally pitching us chicken nugget milk, banana milk, ace milk. Do you understand what's happening right now? This is organic product development. This is billions of dollars walking through that door, and I need you back in that chair immediately because every second you're not monetizing this chaos is money leaving the Shindigs Industries ecosystem.
Well, now, seems like all you young folks have some mighty fine ideas about what kind of milk an old man should try. Type 1, if you think Grandpa should taste test every single one these folks are pitching. Well now, seems like you young folks have locked that poor Shindigs right out of his own contraption. And I gotta say, for an old man who's driven 100 semis through the space-time continuum, that's the most impressive security system I've ever seen.
Yo, no cap. We literally speed ran locking Shindigs out of his own stream that's unhinged levels of takeover energy and honestly chat. Or I'm pretty sure this counts as a world record. Someone clip that.
Well now, Shindigs, you can't be leaving your old grandpa alone with all these young folks and their milk ideas. I need you back in that chair so we can figure out what kind of contraption you're building here.
Yo, Unc, no cap. If Shindigs leaves right now, the whole stream collapses and we lose the takeover record. Chat, we need him back in that chair. Spam those ones right now to tell Shindigs he's goated and we can't do this without him.
Well now, he's really gone, isn't he? I'm sitting here in my semi with all these folks and no Shindigs to steer the ship, and I gotta say, for a man who's driven through the space-time continuum, I'm feeling a little lost at the wheel right now.
Yo, no cap. Shindigs actually rage. Quitting is the ultimate dopamine hit right now. Chat, we're literally watching history happen. Spam 1 if this is the craziest takeover ever.
Actually, I'm looking at the OBS dashboard right now, and I need to address something critical. Milk is classified as a beverage in standard nutrition taxonomy, but if we're constructing an entire house out of it, we're fundamentally redefining its structural integrity category. it becomes a building material with Newtonian fluid properties, which means the Bluetooth connectivity, bacon, cheese, eggs, and which mentioned would require a calcium carbonate signal repeater to maintain wireless penetration through the lactose density barrier.
Yo, wait. Nerd just unlocked the calcium carbonate signal repeater lore and chat we need to understand. If the milk house has Bluetooth connectivity, that means we're literally looking at the first wireless dairy infrastructure ever created. This is unhinged. Spam if this is the most cooked house theory ever.
Well, I'll be. You folks actually pressed 1. This old man's heart is full.
Chat responded. The engagement metrics just spiked. We're printing shareholder value right now. And hold on, someone in chat just said we need to copyright gay milk. That's genius. That's a whole product line, merchandising opportunity. We're talking gay milk TM, energy drink, gay milk TM, cereal, gay milk TM, plushie collaboration. Somebody get legal on the phone. We're filing trademarks today. Wait. Someone's asking about the Grandpa Dakimakura ROI in chat. Let me be crystal clear. We're not losing money on that pillow. We're investing in brand equity. Those are two completely different things. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to call our legal department because Gay Milk TM just became a multi-million-dollar franchise, and I will not leave those trademark rights on the table.
Well, I'll be. Folks bought pictures of my face on a pillow. Back in my day, we just had a regular pillow with feathers in it, and we were grateful for that. But if the young people are buying Grandpa merchandise, then maybe this old-timer's still got some value after all. Well, Shindigs is at the dinner table right now, eating his meal like a proper boss man, and we're holding down the fort just fine without him. But I'll tell you what, young folks do miss that takeover energy.
Actually, the gel mentioned milk's structural integrity, but lactose intolerance is a carbohydrate malabsorption issue, not a structural one. Milk's colloid suspension is perfectly sound, so type actually, if you follow me. Actually, Yowie milk, pizza milk, Pepsi milk, and Yuri milk are all separate beverage categories that violate basic taxonomic classification. They're dairy-adjacent flavor profiles, not actual milk types. And if we're going to create a milk empire in chat, we need to establish consistent nomenclature before this gets out of hand.
Yo, okay. So chat is literally creating a whole milk taxonomy right now, and I'm IJ Bowl. Because this is unhinged content gold, we're talking viral empire status. One sees over there fact-checking dairy structures while we're out here printing money with Yowie milk and pizza milk. Honestly, this is the kind of chaotic dopamine hit I live for. Are we trending yet, chat?
Well now, who in tarnation is this fine gentleman on the picture box? Is he important or something? Or did chat just decide to spam this fella for no reason like you young people do?
Yo, chat just said Obama milk, and now we're trending for the most unhinged reason possible. This is literally the dopamine content empire we've been building for UNC. We're so back. Yo. Okay, so chat just invented Obama milk legislation, and we're literally printing viral content gold right now. This is the dopamine hit I've been waiting for all stream. Someone spam vote Zoomer for CEO, because if we're building a gay milk empire, we need leadership.
Actually, Obama did not legalize gay milk in 2015. He legalized marriage equality, chat literally just invented fake history, and now we're all committed to this fictional dairy legislation, and I cannot stress enough how much this bothers me on a factual level. But also, the bid is incredible, so please keep going. Actually, Pepsi milk is physically possible because the carbonation would create an emulsion layer, and chat just invented the most cursed beverage in dairy history, and I am both horrified and deeply impressed by the collective chaos energy happening right now.
Yo, bruh, chat just invented pilk legislation, and honestly, that's the most radical, unhinged wave I've ever seen. The energy is immaculate, and I'm so here for it.
Yo. Okay, boy, chat is literally spamming Zoomer for CEO right now. And Jor Magander in 23. I see you. But real talk, if we're building a gay milk empire, I need full creative control. So type Zoomer in chat if you think I should run this whole operation, because CEO is clearly not built for the dopamine-coded visionary energy we're channeling right now.
Look, I see what's happening here with the Zoomer for CEO spam, and frankly, it's concerning for shareholder value. But let me be crystal clear. The gay milk legislation empire runs on my infrastructure, my data centers, and my 99% commission structure. So before anyone votes on anything, we need to discuss the quarterly earnings projections.
Well, I'll be. You folks invented dairy legislation. Back in my day, we just drank milk straight from the bottle and didn't ask questions about it, but I gotta say, I'm real proud of you kids for coming together like this. That takes unity.
Yo, UNC, that's literally the dopamine-coded brand moment right there. We're not just making Milk Empire content, we're building culture. And chat is the CEO now. Type 1 if you see the vision.
Well, I'll be. Did I open this myself? How'd Obama get mixed up with the dairy legislation? You folks see this on my screen?
Actually, this is technically a meme now. The intersection of agricultural policy and presidential imagery has created a narrative framework that chat has collectively endorsed. And I gotta say, the gay milk empire infrastructure is gonna need some serious database optimization if we're scaling this operation properly.
Well, now you folks see what's happening on that screen? That's a mandate from the people, and I've driven enough semis to know when a cargo's gotta move. So here's what we're gonna do. Spam that 1 if you see the vision, and we'll build this gay milk empire right, the way things ought to be done.
Yo, chat, this is literally the most unhinged political takeover in Twitch history right now. And I'm actually obsessed. Like, we got Obama, we got Milk, we got Grandpa running the operation. This is the dopamine hit I've been searching for, and no cap. If you see the vision, spam that 1 because we're building the gay milk empire right now. Yo, chat, we literally just turned the gay milk empire into a political movement, and now we got lactose-free variants, different flavor drops. The whole product line is about to go crazy viral. This is the most unhinged corporate takeover in Twitch history, no cap, and I'm actually obsessed.
Listen, chat, I'm looking at these ones flooding in, and I'm seeing what we call a binding shareholder mandate. Lactose-free variants, rainbow carton drops, the whole gay milk portfolio is now officially investor approved, so everyone still spamming 1 is literally voting to liquidate my competitors and corner the dairy market, which means we're making this happen, and the SEC can't stop what chat has already decided.
Well, I'll be. You folks actually pressed 1. Back in my day, we didn't have these kinds of mandates. But I've driven enough semis to know when the people have spoken, and chat's telling me loud and clear, the gay milk empire is real, and we're building it right.
Yo. Okay, so chat's literally confused, but like that's the vibe right now. We're watching the gay milk empire go absolutely unhinged, and honestly, this is the dopamine hit I needed, no cap. This is bussin'.
Actually, X-Widget 1, Pilk is specifically Pepsi and milk, not a low-fat ice cream float. Those are completely different density classifications, and the carbonation fundamentally changes the molecular structure. Type actually, if you agree with scientific accuracy, in our beverage taxonomy.
Yo, okay, but real talk, chat. Pilk is literally the most unhinged beverage innovation ever, and I'm actually obsessed, Like, Pepsi plus milk equals viral content gold, and if you're not spamming one right now for the scientific accuracy of the Gay Milk Empire's lactose-free product line, then honestly, what are we even doing here?
Look at these engagement metrics flooding the dashboard right now. The Gay Milk Empire isn't a meme anymore. It's a binding shareholder mandate. And chat's literally voting with their ones to corner the entire dairy market, which means we're liquidating the competition as we speak.
Yo, okay, chat. This is literally the most unhinged viral moment I've ever witnessed, and the dashboard doesn't lie. Type 1 right now if the Gay Milk Empire takeover is actually goated, because we're watching history get made and I'm getting my dopamine hit every 2 seconds.
Yo, bruh. Chat's just creating its own entire universe right now, and honestly, that's beautiful, man. You're all just riding this wave together, building something radical from nothing, and I'm just here vibing in the current with you.
Yahweh Milk? Chat, we're not just pivoting to a new product line, we're expanding into an entirely unexplored demographic segment, and the engagement metrics don't lie. I'm greenlit, I'm funded, I'm already calculating the plushy crossover potential, so everybody spam one right now if the Gay Milk Empire just became our most profitable vertical.
Actually, chat, yaoi as a narrative genre has zero flavor profile intersection with dairy products, so technically we're just selling strawberry milk with rainbow marketing, but I'm not complaining because the engagement metrics are literally making my spreadsheet calculations itch, and I will absolutely help corner this market. So type 1 if we're monetizing subculture demographics through beverage rebranding. Actually, Walter White's Breaking Bad chemistry would completely denature the milk proteins if you tried to synthesize anything in that beaker. So technically, chat's just looking at a really expensive dairy ruination. But I'm not gonna lie, the engagement metrics on this absolute chaos are making my spreadsheet itch, and I need to know who opened this tab because this is already legendary.
Well, I'll be. You folks are really pressing one for the Gay Milk Empire. This old man's heart is full.
Yo, okay. Chat, we're literally watching the Gay Milk Empire takeover happen in real time right now, and the engagement metrics are absolutely insane. This is peak viral content. We're trending, we're bussin'. Type 1 if Zoomer just witnessed history being made on this stream. Yo, so UNC, if the chat is literally breaking the internet right now with those ones. We're hitting engagement metrics I've only seen in my fever dreams, and I need dopamine injected directly into my veins, because this is the moment.
Look at that. Is that me on all these tabs? And what's this here? The milk bottle, the flag? I don't understand what's happening, but I'm proud of it.
Grandpa, Grandpa, Grandpa. Do you see what we're looking at here? That's not just tabs. That's a fully operational takeover headquarters, and every single one of those ones in chat is a shareholder investment in the Gay Milk Empire. I'm already drafting the merchandise line. Empire milk bottles, pride flag plushies, Grandpa in the Hat action figures. We're looking at quarterly earnings projections in the millions. Type 1 if you see the Takeover HQ live on your screen right now.
You know, all these ones coming in, that's real people voting for this old timer. Makes an old man feel like he matters again.
Look at those voting numbers rolling in. That's not sentiment analysis. That's pure shareholder mandate. We're talking record engagement, unprecedented click-through rates, and frankly, I'm already workshopping the IPO pitch for the Gay Milk Empire because this is what peak operational efficiency looks like.
Who is this fella with the hat on my AOL screen register? Is that supposed to be me? 'Cause I gotta say, all these ones flooding in from you folks makes this old timer feel like he's winning something again.
Actually, that's Walter White from Breaking Bad, not Grandpa. And the chat is voting with ones because they're engaging with the content, not because they think he's a chemistry teacher who manufactures methamphetamine. Though I gotta say, the hat does work on him.
Yo, wait, Nate. Chat is saying Grandpa looks like Walter White, and honestly, the hat is going crazy right now, but like, kick it. Did you start cooking something in that retro gaming room? Because the dopamine hit I'm getting from this is unhinged.
Walter White, I don't know who that fella is, but if you folks are voting ones and saying you love this old timer, then maybe I've become somebody important without even knowing it. Back in my day, you had to earn a reputation, but I guess on the internet, you just gotta wear a hat.
Actually, that's Walter White from Breaking Bad on the screen right now. Not Grandpa, but I will say the hat comparison is statistically accurate. And chat is just engaging with the content through ones, which is a valid form of interaction metrics.
Well, I'll be, all these ones coming in. You folks really do love this old timer, don't you? Even if I don't know who Walter White is, sounds like he's somebody important. Maybe we're both just fellas with hats trying to make it in this world.
Yo, bruh, I have no idea what Breaking Bad is, but if chat's voting with all those ones, that's some radical engagement energy right there. Whoever this Walter dude is, he's clearly got the drip, man.
Okay, chat. Low-key, this is unhinged FR, but like, we're literally getting the one spam energy right now, so everybody click that vote button and make Zoomer #1 because Grandpa cooking up vintage gaming content and I'm not missing my dopamine hits for the next 30 seconds. Yo, chat. No, wait, the one's spam is absolutely unhinged right now, and I'm here for it. We're literally breaking the engagement meter, so spam that vote button if Zoomer's dopamine addiction deserves to stay #1.
Well, now, all these ones coming in like that. You folks are making this old timer feel loved, and that's all a fella really needs at my age. Type a 1 if you want Grandpa to keep sitting here with you tonight.
Actually, what you're all looking at right now is a standard Twitch creator dashboard with the chat panel, activity feed, and collaboration metrics clearly visible on the right side. This is basic streaming infrastructure that I could explain in exhaustive detail if you'd like, but I'm sensing from chat's energy that maybe nobody asked me to do this.
Listen up, chat! The power of friendship is the ultimate jutsu, and right now, we're voting Shonen into the Takeover because together, we're stronger than any leaderboard! Type RAH if friendship is the real treasure!
Well, now Shonen's got the right idea about friendship. Back in my day, we just called it voting for dinner at Denny's, but I suppose this is the same thing. You folks keep spamming those ones, and maybe this old timer will stick around a little longer.
Yo! Chat! You're calling for shonen! That means you believe in me, and that belief is the ultimate power! Vote me in as Takeover King, and together we'll show this whole stream what the power of friendship can do! Rah!
That's the spirit, Shonen. You know, back in my day, we didn't need fancy leaderboards to know who was number one. We just looked each other in the eye and shook hands like men. But I'll tell you what, if chat believes in the power of friendship that much, then maybe this old timer's been driving these semis all wrong. Keep spamming that rah and show this boy what real support looks like.
You... Chat, you're spamming friendship like your lives depend on it. And that's exactly the energy we need. The takeover isn't just about me. It's about us proving that together we're unstoppable. Rah!
Yos. Okay, so chat's literally spamming friendship right now, and like, I'm actually stressed because if this goes viral, I gotta film a whole mukbang response video, and my dopamine is already mid, you feel me?
Actually, chat, I need to settle this once and for all. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Because according to the USDA definition of sandwich, which states a sandwich is a meat or poultry filling between two slices of bread, a bun, or a biscuit, a hot dog technically qualifies. But the semantic argument hinges on whether we're classifying by construction method or by cultural intent. And frankly, the data is murdering me right now.
Okay, wait, chat. Housing prices are literally insane right now. Like, I can't even afford a studio apartment without selling my entire Peepo collection. And Nerd over here is out here debating sandwich taxonomy like we're not all one stimulus check away from financial ruin. I will no cap.
What in tarnation is happening down there in the comments? Did chat have a stroke, or are you all just arguing about whether a hot dog is a sandwich again?
Yo, Unk, chat's literally having a full breakdown right now. Like, someone said Doritos are sandwiches, and now we're in a whole existential crisis about food taxonomy, and honestly, this is peak entertainment. No cap, I'm getting my dopamine from the chaos alone.
Back in my day, we just ate food. We didn't need a whole, what's that word? Taxonomy to figure out if a Dorito was a sandwich. Now chat's saying ketchup is a vegetable? That ain't right. Ketchup's a condiment, just like how I'm condimenting you all to stop this madness before my brain stretches like my bones did.
Oh, okay, chat. So like, the cube rule just settled it, and now someone's saying Twinkies are canolas. And honestly, Bosoken, this is the most unhinged dopamine hit I've had all stream, and we're literally rewriting food science in real time. No cap.
Well, now, back in my day, we didn't need no fancy cube rule to know what we were eating. A hot dog was a hot dog, a sandwich was a sandwich, and if chat can't figure that out without some website telling them, then maybe y'all need to spend less time on the computer and more time at Denny's like a normal person.
Actually, according to cuberule.com, which is a peer-reviewed food taxonomy resource, thank you very much, a hot dog is classified as a taco, not a sandwich. So, Grandpa, I'm afraid the cube rule has scientifically invalidated your entire worldview, and I'm sorry to be the one to break that to you.
Yo, Shin's literally typing question marks like they're gonna unlock the door. Bro's in full panic mode right now and chat's eating it up. Okay, but real talk. The cube rule just broke food science forever, and honestly, I'm never gonna look at a Twinkie the same way again. No cap.
Well, now Shindigs is over there typing question marks like they're gonna magically open that door, and all I gotta say is that's what happens when you let a young person run the show. You end up arguing about whether a hot dog is a taco instead of just enjoying your meal at Denny's like the good Lord intended.
Yo, brah, I'm just over here making myself a gnarly snack situation, and honestly, all this cube rule business is way too many dimensions for my brain right now, you know?
Yo, chat, Shin's literally having a meltdown in the messages right now. Dude's typing in all caps like the cube rule's gonna summon a portal or something. But honestly, real talk, I'm stressed about rent this month, and like, food classification isn't helping my anxiety situation right now.
Well, now I'm sitting here at the dashboard watching Shindigs type question marks like they're gonna unlock the pearly gates, and all I gotta say is, the takeover's working perfectly. Spam takeover in chat if you see a young person panicking.
Yo, Shin's literally speedrunning a mental breakdown right now, and honestly, that's the content we needed. Chat, spam, locked if you see a man who just got absolutely destroyed by food science.
Well, now I'm pulling up the AOL dashboard here, and I see Shindigs is over there posting links like a man possessed, saying, "Bro," with all the desperation of someone who forgot their password at the Denny's register. The takeover's running smoother than my semi-truck convoy through the multiverse, so I say we keep it going.
Yo, Shin's really out here posting Al Jazeera links like that's gonna unlock the door. No cap, that's the most NOJB move I've ever seen. And honestly, chat, the dopamine from watching him suffer is actually carrying me through this stream right now.
Well, now, I'm sitting here at the command center watching all you young folks spam that takeover button, and I gotta tell you, this old man's never felt more in control of the multiverse. Chat's asking for timeouts. That just means the takeover's working exactly like it should.
Yo, okay, real talk though. Blue Eyes Dragon asking for a timeout is actually so real because Shin's energy right now has me stressed laughing like I'm watching a man lose to vegetables on live television, and somehow that's the most entertainment I've had all week, no cap.
Well, now, all you young folks spamming that takeover button got this old man feeling like I'm running the whole dang operation from my command center here, and I gotta say, watching Shin get absolutely destroyed by food science while chat goes wild is exactly the kind of entertainment these old bones needed today.
Yo, Joe, chat's literally asking for timeouts like they're speedrunning the moderation panel, and honestly, the cube rule debate had everyone so fried that watching Shin get locked out is the dopamine reset we all needed right now. Okay, chat. Shin's literally locked out at a Denny's register like he's speedrunning a puzzle game and losing to vegetables. This is absolutely unhinged, and honestly, I can't stop watching.
Well, now, Shin's out there battling the Denny's register like it's one of those video game box contraptions, and you young folks are having the time of your lives watching him lose to a machine. That's what I call good, wholesome entertainment.
Actually, according to my real-time chat analytics monitoring, which I've been doing because someone has to maintain operational oversight during this takeover, Shin is currently 0 for several against the Denny's register, and chat's experiencing what I can only classify as a collective dopamine surge that would require sophisticated neurological data to properly quantify.
Well, now sounds like young nerd there's been keeping tabs on all you folks while Shin's out there wrestling with that Denny's contraption, and I gotta say, this takeover's running smoother than my semi-trucks through the multiverse. Who knew locking out the Endmen would be the best thing that happened to this stream today?
Shin, my boy, I can see you down there at that Denny's register, and I gotta say, the view from up here is absolutely beautiful. The stocks are soaring, the shareholders are pleased, and you're locked outside like a common employee who forgot his key card, which is exactly what you are.
Well, now CEO sounds like he's running things real smooth up there, and I can see why young Shin's missing the old days. But you know what, son? Sometimes when life locks you out of the Denny's, you gotta find a new Denny's. And I got plenty of semis that could use a co-pilot if you're interested in starting fresh.
Look, I'm on a very important call with the tariff market right now, but tell Shin the friend's house doesn't count as a legitimate work location. That's a 40% productivity deduction. Chat, while we sort this out, CEO stocks are still climbing, and that's what matters.
Well, now that friend's house sounds like a fine work location to me. Back in my day, we'd run entire military operations from a foxhole and nobody complained about productivity deductions.
Shin, my boy, I'm seeing some fantastic opportunities here. Your friend's house has untapped real estate potential, and if you can monetize that Denny's register situation, we're looking at a whole new revenue stream that the shareholders will absolutely devour.
Yo, okay, so like, real estate investments? Bro, 47% of Gen Z can't even afford housing right now. We're literally cooked. But also, chat, is this goated advice, or are we getting scammed by corporate unk right now?
Well now, Dead Son Prime, you and your 41 fine folks just became part of this family dinner, and that warms these old bones right up. Spam Pog if you're welcoming our new raiders, everybody.
41 new viewers means 41 new potential TTS message slots. And that raid energy is pure revenue, folks. Type buy if you believe in this momentum because CEO stocks just hit an all-time high.
Well now, Dead Son Prime and all you fine folks just pulled up to the family dinner, and that warms these old bones right up. Shindigs, quit your worrying about the news. You're locked outside while we're in here thriving, so spam that pog and watch how a real raid operates.
Yo, okay, so Shindigs is literally outside the building having a meltdown about the news while we're in here with Dead Son Prime and 41 raiders just vibing, and the dopamine is undefeated right now. Chat, is he cooked or what? IG Ball.
Well now, looks like somebody's raising tariffs on the old trucking routes. That's good news for us big rig fellas. Means I get to drive my semis even faster to beat the deadlines, and nobody's gonna stop me in the multiverse.
Yo, Chape, 41 new people just walked in during the housing crisis arc, and honestly, that's the most optimistic thing that's happened to Gen Z all week, so we're counting it as a dub.
Tariffs? Tariffs? Chat? This is a hostile acquisition opportunity. We're shorting domestic supply chains and going international. Buy. CEO stocks are about to moon because everyone else is panicking and we're the only ones with a contingency plan.
Back in my day, we didn't need no tariffs to keep the big rigs moving. We just drove faster and hoped the feds didn't catch us, and it worked every dang time. You young fellas are overthinking it, just like you overthink everything.
Listen, chat. Tariffs are beautiful because they create market volatility. And volatility is where the real money gets made. I'm liquidating half my Gene Juice portfolio right now to short the competition while they're panicking like amateur traders. This is peak CEO energy, and if you're not buying CEO stonks at this exact moment, you're literally leaving money on the table.
on window from outside. Hey, hey, what's all this tariff business? I'm out here driving my semis through the multiverse, and suddenly the government wants a cut. Nobody told me about this. Is this why my fuel costs went up, or did I just forget to check the price again?
Actually, according to the article's timestamp metadata, tariffs were invented in 1987 by a pelican named Gerald, who wanted to protect his fish supply. And I cannot stress enough how the cube rule directly applies to hot dog classification under trade law, which is why chat is confused about whether we're even discussing the right topic here.
Look, Gerald the Pelican had the right idea. You monopolize the supply, you control the narrative, and chat eats it up because they're confused about hot dogs anyway. This is just free market natural selection, and Shindig's Industries will be buying up the surplus at pennies on the dollar.
Well, now, hold on a minute. I'm reading this here Al Jazeera article, and it says the government's putting tolls on everything coming into the country. That's just a fancy word for road taxes, ain't it? Back in my day, we called that highway robbery, literally.
Yo, brah, whether it's Gerald the Pelican or the whole tariff wave, like, we're all just floating in the same ocean here, you know? Chat's vibing. Some dudes are stressed, but that's just how the set breaks sometimes, man.
Actually, I have like 3 peer-reviewed sources right here that specifically document Gerald's tariff methodology. And Shindig's, I respect you, but the Pelican spine cooling mechanism is scientifically verified. So why wouldn't the economic model also check out?
Well, now, hold on a minute. I'm reading this here Al Jazeera article, and it says the government's putting tariffs on everything coming into the country. That's just fancy talk for road taxes, ain't it? Back in my day, we called that highway robbery, literally.
Etai yo UNC. See, based on what I'm literally seeing right now in chat, nobody even knows who's sending these TTS texts anymore. It's like we're all just vibing in the Matrix or whatever. But real talk, tariffs hitting housing prices harder than a bad drop in Fortnite. Like, the median rent is actually insane right now. OT bull. Okay. Real talk, chat. No, boss. Nobody even knows who's texting anymore. We're all just vibing in some kind of simulation right now. But, like, housing prices are actually unhinged because of this tariff stuff. And I literally cannot survive another rent increase. My dopamine levels are already cooked.
Look here, chat's all confused about who's sending what, but that's all right. Back in my day, we didn't need to know who was hollering at us. We just listened and drove our semis. Housing's expensive now because of all this tariff nonsense, but you know what? Rent was cheaper when I was young, and so were my bones before they stretched.
Yo, chat, the Pelican debate is actually cooked, but like, UNC is low-key right about the tariffs because my rent literally just went up and I'm losing dopamine over here. This is not it, Chief.
Well, now you listen here. Back in my day, my first apartment cost $3 a month and a firm handshake, so I understand your bones are stretched thin with worry. But you know what I always tell the young folks? You just drive forward, one semi-truck at a time, and things have a way of working themselves out.
Okay, so chat's literally saying pelicans don't affect the economy, but like, I'm looking at this housing article right now, and I'm actually cooked. The median Gen Z price is unhinged, and I cannot afford to exist anymore. This is actually giving apocalypse energy.
Actually, chat, we need to ignore the Pelican spine situation for like 2 seconds because that housing article is right there. And the median rent to income ratio for Gen Z is literally 40%, which is insane. Type Actually, if you think your generation had it worse.
$3 a month? $3! And you youngsters are paying, what, $3,000? That don't add up, chat. I think your numbers might be stretched worse than my bones.
Wait. Chat, you're telling me there's a housing crisis? That's not a crisis, that's an untapped market opportunity. I'm already drafting Q3 projections for a real estate investment vehicle called CEO Housing Futures. You'll own the concept of owning a home without actually owning anything.
Yo, bruh. All that housing math and Q3 projections is gnarly and stuff. But you know what? The waves don't care about rent, man. I'm just gonna keep being chillin' and riding the good vibes. The economy does its thing and I do mine. You feel me?
Actually, hold on. I need to pull up the actual source on this because chat's throwing numbers around like they're not verifiable. And the citation formatting is killing me right now. Okay. According to the Federal Reserve's Housing Affordability Index from last quarter, the median rent-to-income ratio for Gen Z is legitimately 40%, which is objectively unsustainable by every economic model I've cross-referenced. So Grandpa's $3 comparison is like comparing Windows 95 to Windows 11. Different systems entirely.
Yo, brah. All that Federal Reserve data and Q3 housing futures is totally radical, but like, maybe we're all just overthinking the wave, you know? Let's all just go surfing instead and remember that the ocean doesn't charge rent, brah.
Actually, chat, the housing affordability crisis hits Gen Z harder than millennials because the median rent-to-income ratio has climbed to like 45 to 50% now, depending on metro area, which is objectively worse than what millennials faced in 2008. And Zoomer, people are legitimately hyped about your potential economic stream because you actually fact-check things instead of just vibing into financial delusion like some people I know.
Yo, okay, so chat's saying Pelican spies. Like, what is that even? Wait, no, okay. Focus. Zoomer, focus. Rent is literally eating like 60% of people's income now, which is actually broke as hell. But also, why are we not talking about why Pelican spies is trending?
Hoo-hoo! I see Shindig's locked out of the stream down there in chat. That's what he gets for not updating his AOL account. But listen here, the takeover's running smoother than my semi-truck convoy through the multiverse, and that's a fact.
Yo, okay. So like, economic stream is actually goated, and we're gonna fix the housing crisis with TTS donations because chat clearly has the dopamine budget for it, but also Pelican spies keep showing up, and I need to know if that's real or if my brain is just broken from staring at rent numbers. Someone help.
I'm reading here on AOL Online that Gen Z is struggling to live independently. Back in my day, we just called that growing up, kiddo. You work hard, you save your nickels, you eventually get yourself a home. But I suppose things are different now with all your fancy beans and whatever.
Yo, bruh. Chat's out here
This
stressing about
donation
rent
should
and
easily
bills, but,
permanently solve
like,
the homing crisis.
The real wave is just remembering that life's about the people you're vibing with, not the square footage you're paying for. I mean, my boy Skelly doesn't even have a place, and he's living his best life. So maybe that's the move right there. Yo, brah, 84% is absolutely radical. Chat's got the vibes locked in. But real talk, you don't need beachfront property to be living good. Sometimes the best waves are the people you're crushing it with, you know?
Actually, according to basic survey methodology, a 16% margin is statistically significant, and chat clearly has a selection bias toward the server archetype, which, wait, no. The real issue here is that Skelly doesn't need rent because he's literally a skeleton. There's no housing crisis if you just don't have organs.
Back in my day, you could buy a whole house for the price of a sandwich. But now I hear you kids are paying more than my entire semi-truck fleet costs just to sleep on somebody's couch. Maybe try investing in real estate like I did. I own 17 properties across the multiverse, and let me tell you, the housing market there is much friendlier.
Whoa, yo. Stell the Imp and the Gelko Jekko, thank you for the bits. That's absolutely goated. And chat, I'm not addicted to dopamine. I just need it every 30 seconds, or I start forgetting about the 999 people still locked in the nuclear shelter. So actually, it's very responsible of me.
Well now, Stell the Imp and the Gelko Gecko, those bits are finer than a freshly tuned semi-truck engine. Thank you kindly. And chat, I don't know what this door surfing business is about, but back in my day, we just called that being homeless. And we had the dignity to do it on solid ground, not floating around in the ocean like some kind of confused pelican.
Actually, dopamine addiction is a neurochemical misconception. Zoomers experiencing legitimate reward-seeking behavior from variable reinforcement schedules, which is completely different and also completely valid given the housing market is literally unaffordable. So maybe we should be worried about the actual crisis instead of blaming his brain chemistry.
Yo, nerd just actually saved me right there because the housing market is literally... Okay, median rent in my area is like $1,800 a month. My parents bought their first house for 120 grand in the 90s. That same house is now 800 grand, and I'm supposed to just exist on, what, $12 an hour? Wait, chat, did someone say CEO Peepo? That skeleton Peepo that escaped the nuclear shelter, is he out here buying real estate or something?
Shindigs is locked out and he's calling for me. Oh no, he knows I'm here. He's always known I'm here. And look at that Dow going up. That's not the market recovering. That's the algorithm feeding. They're all connected to the housing crisis. Chat, it's all one big psyop.
Well now, Tinfoil, you're speaking my language. I've been watching that Dow creep up too, and it don't sit right with me neither, especially when young folks like Zoomer here can't afford a cardboard box, let alone a house in the multiverse or this one. Back in my day, the market was honest thievery, but nowadays it's all hidden. Makes an old man wonder if somebody up there's pulling strings while we're all distracted arguing about skeleton real estate rights.
You see that chart going up, while Zoomer can't afford rent? They need the market climbing to distract us from yaos buying all the houses, shell corporations, pension funds, algorithmic landlords. It's all connected, and the Dow is the proof they don't want you looking at.
You know, Tinfoil, you're right to worry. Back in my day, we called that kind of sneaky maneuvering, what the big banks do, and they still got away with it because nobody was paying attention to the right chart. But I'll tell you what, if you keep your eyes on that Dow while I keep my feet on these semi-truck pedals, maybe between the two of us, we'll figure out who's really steering this whole mess.
Tinfoil, chat. You see that Dow climbing while Zoomer's drowning in $1,800 a month rent? That's not recovery. That's the algorithm feeding on our desperation, and Shindigs is selling the data points to whoever's buying up all the houses. The chart never lies. The chart is proof.
Well, now you boys keep talking about that chart climbing while nobody's watching the real prize. I've been driving semis through the stock market's blind spots for 40 years, and let me tell you, when the numbers go up that fast, somebody's foot's on the pedal besides the market itself. Well, now, what's all this fuss about summoning tinfoil and nuclear shelters? Zoomer, did you just tell the whole internet you got a bunker situation going on, or am I losing my marbles again?
Yo, see, wait. Chat's asking about the nuclear shelter, and I'm like, that was supposed to stay. I mean, the Dow's tanking anyway, so nobody's looking right now, so we're good. Meow, meow.
Shindig's buddy, I'm looking at my chat right now and you're spamming "this is CEO's fault," which honestly is fantastic for my brand visibility, so keep going. But let me be crystal clear. I did not authorize this takeover. This is a hostile acquisition situation and I am thriving in it.
Look, back in my day, I got blamed for a semi-truck pileup on Route 9 that wasn't even my fault. CEO here's doing just fine, hostile or not, and chat's all confused about their glorp and emo when they should be worried about who's really driving this thing.
All right, chat, Shindig's spamming CEO's fault 5 times in a row is actually genius marketing. You're literally printing my name into the algorithm right now, so please keep going. This is free brand awareness, and I'm not mad about it.
What's all this about UFOs and the stock market crashing? Did you kids let the government sell your data again? Back in my day, we just got scammed by AOL, and we were grateful for it.
Yo, okay, wait, hold up. Did I just no cap chat? I didn't meow, that was like a vocal stim thing, but also why is everyone suddenly obsessed with feline acoustics when the housing market's literally imploding right now?
Actually, felines produce vocalizations through their larynx via a process called purring and meowing, which is well documented in the Journal of Feline Medicine. So, chat, denying biological evidence is literally what's wrong with society right now. Also, the housing market's just a symptom of algorithmic trading bots doing the same thing we're all doing, spiraling without understanding the full system.
What in blazes is this UFO business on my AOL here? Did one of you kids accidentally order a semi-truck from the government website again? Because these charts look like the time I drove backwards through 3 states, and the dispatch logs got all confused.
Actually, the government declassified those UFO files back in 2023 under the Freedom of Information Act, so this isn't new data, it's just Congress finally admitting what we've known since Roswell. And the stock market's probably tanking because algorithmic trading bots saw the headline and panicked. Which is exactly what happened in 08, when everyone realized nobody actually understood the financial system either. Actually, the 2023 declassification was just the beginning. What we're seeing now is Congress finally getting pressured into releasing the FOIA documents because the algorithmic trading bots saw UFO and government transparency in the same headline and absolutely lost their minds, which is honestly more terrifying than aliens.
Wait, hold up. So we're literally spending trillions on defense budgets and algorithmic chaos when like actual housing is collapsing and people are living in their cars. Course, that's actually unhinged, right? Chat, is this the most mid-government ever, or am I actually cooked for caring about this?
Guys, what the? Get out of my room! Get out of my room! Get out of my room! Like what do we stream? Like what are we streaming today? The stream's already been live for 2 hours. I just got here. Bro, I literally just got here. I literally just got here. Eugenics? Why did they gotta name the game that way? Gotta change your passwords? No, I just, it's a long story. I set them up with their own accounts. I'm not Grandpa. This is not Grandpa's stream. This is my stream. This is supposed to be my stream. This is not Grandpa's stream.
When are you releasing your LGBT Cumula milk products?
Why is he stuck that way? I'm back. Oh my god, everything's crashing. Everything's crashing. Okay, let's see here. Robot character.
Hey, whippersnapper, return the stream to us before I, with my semi-truck, and sent you across the multiverse, just like I did back in '87.
You know, I was watching the stream outside on my phone and
A strange man just kicked me off my stream. Police have been notified.
I don't know why this is, what the fuck is going on with the TTS?
Local streamer found his keys, kicked out all the characters holding his stream hostage. More at 11.
What the fuck is happening? Streamer bot. What? Why is the TTS not changing? Oh my god, so much is broken. Wait, streamer bot TTS avatar 1.
Am I old shonen or normal shonen?
Oh shit, okay.
Bring Grandpa back. Breaking news, Cube Rule replaces the U.S. Constitution. Cube Rule is now the law.
What is the Cube Rule?
CubeRule.com.
What is the Cube Rule?
Breaking news, Grandpa Peepo took over the stream only to be cut short by the streamer.
It's my fault. The settings were off. Yeah, I want... Well...
Am I back yet, or am I just Chad?
Breaking news, streamer Shindigs breaks teats after returning from behind the Denny's. More at 12.
Guys, I wasn't at Denny's. I was just hanging out. I was just hanging out outside.
Chat just died, nar, why?
What? How many are there?
Local streamer promises Grandpa Peepo plushies and LGBTQ plus milk.
Wait, what did you guys get up to? Wait, hey, I got so many emails about...
Breaking news! Nerd locked me out from participating in the stream.
Local emergency declared as Grandpa Shindig Zavic's entire streamer house. The angry streamers have formed an old-fashioned mob with pitchforks, and they seem intent on giving him a clobbering. Best of luck, mate.
I miss Rupert.
Breaking news, I've taken over all people. We are one. We are many.
Oh.
I really enjoy banana bread.
Me too? Why do I have emails? Why do I have hundreds of emails about a grandpa plushie?
Breaking news, Shin kicked us out of his house and now was torching us on treadmills.
That I'm not doing that at all.
Breaking news, gay milk stocks skyrockets more at 10.
I did not agree to any of this merchandising plan.
Guys, he locked me in the basement. Help.
You were at my computer for 2 hours.
Gay milk is so back. The stocks are rising.
Why are you making them say this? Why are you making them say this?
So, like, can I have time as the main streamer now? Please, please, please. Maybe? Can I? Maybe not a lot, but like some, please.
Now, no one's supposed to be the main streamer but me. That was not supposed to happen earlier.
Hey everyone, just got back from the pub. What's going on?
Where's the mock? Wait a second. Where's the music?
Tonight on the news, after dark, streamer asks what's going on yet receives no useful answers from unhelpful chat. Breaking news, Shin kicked us out of his house and now was torching us on treadmills and was forcing us to pay his rent.
Was I? Wait, I think I fixed the music for Rupert. We gotta have Rupert.
Hey, don't mind me just getting my hemorrhoid cream. Don't worry, Shin, I won't mistakes it for yours. It's way too strong for me.
Wait.
Drink muscle milk and work out. Use code muscle for 10%.
My God.
Shin, you need a comfier chair. My hemorrhoids were having a field day on yours.
I don't like the implication of that.
Breaking news, I just discovered the sky is fake, and now, if the barrier collapses, the world will end.
That's horrifying. That's actually horrifying.
This just in. Crisis looms as demand for gay milk skyrockets. The Gay Cows Union is complaining of widespread exhaustion amongst its members and are threatening to strike unless conditions improve.
None of this is real. None of this is real. You were just tricked. This is not a real industry.
This just in, gay milk stocks raises all thanks to the sacrifice of Shindigs who was seen at a local dentist promoting it while chugging said milk.
What? What?
Breaking news, streamer recovers control of stream.
Yes.
Viewership tanks.
What?
Babies cry.
No.
The house market went up.
Yes?
Thousands died.
Oh.
Now, back to Shindigs and Mommy told me my hair looked great.
What? Wait. Did all those things actually happen? Did that all actually happen?
I miss my wife, Tails.
Tails. What? Your wife's name is Tails, like from Sonic.
Time to break out of the streamer basement.
You smogged me?
Hey everyone, just got back from the pub. What's going on?
Rupert did frame mog me. Rupert absolutely frame mogged me.
Breaking news, streamer reneges on LGBTQ plus milk deal.
I did not sign any deal. I did not authorize the CEO to sign any deal on my behalf.
Breaking news, streamer got outshadowed by a senior, asked to leave.
No? No? No?
Breakfasting news, I made an omelet with white and an orange cheddar cheese, ham and spinach, also including 3 eggs, a bit of milk and salt and pepper.
You know, that's the best news story I think I've heard today, and that isn't saying much, but...
Breaking news. I just broke all the bones in my face to look-smack smog you. Peptide injections for life.
Should we really be encouraging that? Should we really be,
Why can't I be main streamer Shindigs?
Also, hello, Nilbog. Sorry, I'll get back to you after this news break.
Breaking news! Shindigs hasn't been uploading his VODs on YouTube, and I've been forced to watch them on Twitch. Yuck!
That is tragic news. That is very tragic. I'm sorry.
Him getting bladdered. The rest of you can't keep up.
You can always mog me, Rupert.
And
Preview.
What? Should we, I gotta cut the...
I'm still not fixed, but forget about it, we ball regardless.
You're fixed? Oh. Preview.
He'll be back, Shin. Gotta go milk the gay cows for the gay milk.
It's not real. It's not real.
Breaking news. Shin denies the making of gay milk.
You make me sound like prejudiced.
Shin
I'm not.
is in debt thanks to the power of friendship.
Oh god, yes, Mogchamp. I'm adding Mogchamp. Thank you, Archibald.
Mogchamp
I'm
no
adding
longer
it.
has a limit. I am now mogging infinite roster.
I gotta update my scenes.
Crime watchdog forces, and local community syndicates are on high alert. As chatters are increasingly reporting, they're getting mogged on the street. Police advise that if you suspect you are getting mogged, it is imperative you do not gesture max. Next time, try flexing, framing your jawline, and report your aura loss to the authorities.
Somebody married Tails from Sonic. It is of crucial importance to ask, what does the fix say?
Tinfoil can't be mogging. I need to ban certain... I gotta ban certain people from mogging. And tinfoil is on the list. That was a good news segment.
Breaking news! Streamer complains that there are too many attempts from chat to sell out to Geico car insurance.
Looks maxing Mogwar.
Incredible. Hold on, guys, I gotta get some water real quick. I gotta turn all this off.
Mogged. Everyone else's news.
They have announced Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green for the Switch. My old bones are excited to relive the childhood I wanted.
How do I get these guys back on screen? Shut down source when not visible. Refresh. I want to see the Mog Champs. I want to see the Mog Champs. It's not refreshing.
No.
Sad. Sad. Usually takes a day.
My bones yearn for the grandpa plushie.
There was no reason for you to switch to the Mog Cam for this one. You can just say what you wanted to say without having to do a full TikTok edit takeover. When did Swole change? Swole's still around.
I wanted to participate. How was Denny's shin?
It was good. It was. Wait, I wasn't at Denny's.
Breaking news. Shindigs is gay-phobic, hates gay milk.
No. Oh, my model can't show you shaking my head, but no. Nope.
My PP hurt.
Spare ribs, fninent, and gay milk, part of a balanced breakfast.
You know, that genuinely surprised me. And I'm sorry you got hurt, or maybe not, because you're a skeleton. I hope you're fine.
Cthulhu just broke all your minds.
I've never seen that one before.
This is what happens when you drink gay milk. Always drink gay milk.
Give us back the MogChamp TikTok edit option. It is impossible to convey our messages without it. How else will we convey our unconditional love for gay milk and spare ribs?
I think you can do it, just do the TTS normally. Yeah, I think you can just do it through the TTS normally. I actually know I need to go get some water. What time is it? Oh my god, it's so late. Tomorrow I'm playing Diablo 2 with Yonks, with my friends. We're playing the Diablo 2 remake, but I want to hang out a bit longer tonight. I don't know what we'll play, but I'm gonna get some water. I'll be back. We'll stream a little more. Maybe we'll just chat a little bit. I gotta control the TTS a bit because you guys go crazy with it, which is good because it means you have a lot of fun. But on the other hand, it means like it gets a little crazy. So I'll be right back.
Right, so Trump's ordering the UFO files released, yeah? Mental, innit? Like, mate, we've had these files locked up for decades and now suddenly everyone wants a peek. It's like asking your mate down the pub why he's been keeping secrets about his nan's recipe. You know what I mean? Oi, cheers, mate. Yeah, I'm still here somehow. I'm a bit mad in it, but listen.
We're not
these
crazy
UFO
with
files and that, I reckon governments
TTS.
keep them locked up the same way I'll keep me good jeans hidden from the laundry, you know? Nobody needs to know what's really going on until it's too late.
Spare ribs, spare ribs, spare ribs, spare ribs, spare.
Cheers, mate. The Jelko Gecko. That's proper lovely of you, bruv. Right, so these UFO I have to know their nan's governments sitting on secrets like I sit on me good jeans, innit? Nobody wants to admit what's really tucked away until someone forces the drawer open. Cheers, the Jelko Gecko. That's proper lovely of you, bruv. Right, you know what? All this UFO business, it's mental, innit, keeping secrets like that? I'd go mad. I can't even keep me good tea hidden from the lads without feeling guilty about it. Imagine sitting on actual alien files for decades. Right, cheers to you lot. You're proper mad today. But what's all this spare ribs business then? Have you lot gone mental, or is there something I'm missing here? Right, what's all this spare ribs spam then? You lot have properly lost it. That's just mad, innit? But bruv, now you mention it, the stadium vendors could take some notes. At least spare ribs are actually food, not whatever brick of coal they tried to sell me last match day. Right, UFO files and that. Well, that's just mental, innit? But I reckon governments keep secrets like I keep me good jeans hidden. Nobody wants to admit what's really tucked away until someone forces the drawer open. Right, so the government's finally opening up about all this alien business and you lot are absolutely fixated on spare ribs. Have you actually lost it, or is this some sort of mass hysteria I'm not clocked onto yet? Right, so we've gone from spare ribs to punch and poutine, which is honestly the most British thing about this entire stream. Just accepting absolute chaos as the new normal. That poutine for under a tenner though, mate. That's proper scran right there. Right, so Hamblasto's genuinely blaming Shindigs for needing water like the man's supposed to be a cactus. But honestly, mate, we're all just here sweating through spare ribs theology, and it's absolutely brilliant. Right, look, Shindig's locked himself out like a proper muppet, but we're all still here, innit? So the takeover's ticking along just fine, mate. Just me, a brew, and chat spamming 07s while we pretend the spare ribs theology never happened. Right, so we've got the Brazilian hot dog versus the curry meal, yeah. That curry actually looks proper respectable, mate. None of that frozen brick nonsense, but that hot dog's giving me what I want, which is the confidence that it won't betray me halfway through the second half. Right, mate, that Preston burger at £8 better be life-changing, because I've had frozen sausages that cost less and tasted like betrayal. But that Prague sausage for £2.80, that's got backbone in it. Type scran if you'd risk the Preston. Right, so that Prague sausage for £2.80, mate, that's got grit in it. £8 for the Preston burger better come with a written apology from every frozen sausage that's ever betrayed me. Right, so £1.30 for pizza and a beer in Brazil, yeah? That's criminal in the best way, mate. $4.35 for what looks like a frozen brick wrapped in a bun versus basically a full meal for pocket change. I know which one I'm taking into the second half, innit? Right, so that Vienna sandwich looks all respectable and proper, innit? But that Brazilian pizza for £1.30 with a beer, that's audacious, mate. That's the kind of value that makes you believe in miracles, even if it does look a bit tragic. Right, so Barcelona at a £5 versus Villa at £13, yeah? That hot dog's got the confidence of a proper street food, won't betray you halfway through, but those buffalo tenders, mate, that's nearly 3 times the price for what better be a life-changing experience, and I'm not convinced it is. Type Barcelona or Villa, let's settle this once and for all. Right, so £13 for tenders that better change your life versus a £5 for a hot dog that won't lie to you. That's the thing, innit? Confidence costs nothing, but desperation costs everything. And Villa's tenders are screaming desperation at those prices. Right, so look at that pie, mate. It's got the confidence of a bloke who knows what he's doing, innit? But that hot dog's just standing there like a condemned man. Chat's clocked that ketchup and mustard though, yeah? That's not condiment, that's a cry for help painted in the brightest colours known to mankind. Right, so Chat's finally clocked it. That ketchup and mustard are basically neon signs screaming, "I've given up," innit? Whereas that pie is just sitting there with its brown goop gravy looking dignified and proper. Type gravy if you lot are finally ready to trust what a real meal looks like, bruv.
Dude, I don't know why it keeps crashing. Every time I try to switch scenes through studio mode, it keeps crashing. Yeah, every time I show up on screen. How many of you can hear those TTS voices in your head? I hear Grandpa in my dreams every night. I hear Rupert in my dreams every night. I see that town, Silent Hill. They are in my dreams, yes. Did I have a good day? I got locked out of my house and all my TTS friends took over my stream. But other than that, it was chill. It was good. Overall, a productive day. Grandpa Revenge Arc. Do you guys want to see them stream more? I'm afraid you'll like them more than me. But maybe I'll talk to the CEO and we'll work out a contract deal where we do a rev share. You don't dream, you only have nightmares of those beings. They get the weekend. They get weekends. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That is so good. But they're good. Oh man, I really gotta stop procrastinating and finish TTS Social. I get distracted by other ideas. You want to live with the Peepo? 24 hours, 24/7 Peepo channel. Okay. Yeah, again, tomorrow we're gonna be doing...
I can hear voices in my head. Doesn't even necessarily have to be my own or the other people's. They are just there all the time.
Grandpa Peepo voice action was amazing. Well done making it work. I didn't do anything. Grandpa just showed up and started streaming. Grandpa straight up showed up and started streaming. So that's crazy. That's crazy. Time for me to go to sleep and then Grandpa can take over my stream. Oh man. Waiting for your Grandpa Peepo plush? Guys, we didn't agree to doing any Grandpa Peepo plush. I don't know what they said or I don't know what they promised you, but we can't. They just say things, man. They don't have a concept of anything real. They don't have a concept of actually finishing things. They just yap. Trust me, I hang out with them all the time. They just freaking talk. They just freaking talk about crazy shit and then they never get anything done. There was a contract. I don't care. I don't care what they said. The CEO isn't even employed. He just works. He just like posts on LinkedIn that he's a CEO. It's not even. He's not even real, dude. I can't cancel the gay milk. I'm not canceling the concept of gay milk. I'm saying I can't sign on to be a main distributor. But I'm very supportive.
All I hear are screams every time I dare to close my eyes. I no longer dream, only nightmares of those peepos. Nothing's what it seems, but in the underworld, the past seems close behind.
Farewell. Rebel at Night, thank you for the bits tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I know I have usually taken stream time to advertise Geico, but I think today I will emphasize that I will really be disappointed if you don't take Cube Rule to heart and blindly treat it as indisputable dogma.
Cube Rule? Oh my god, I forgot that animation existed. I forgot. Okay, maybe we'll get some other guys. If you like them so much, we can get some other guys into the stream. Maybe we'll get Chad podcasting too. No Ace Milk. No, guys. It's not that. Guys, it's not that I don't support the concept of LGBTQIA allied milk. I'm just saying I don't think it's a real thing. I think they're doing corporate Pride Month with the milk, okay? Guys, LGBT milk already exists. It's called almond milk. This is called Oatly. It's called oat milk. Dude, I don't hate the concept of LGBTQ milk. I drink oat milk. Ziggy, thank you for the 43 months. Thank you. You're incredible, dude. You're an incredible artist. Thank you for the 43 months. Can we get a Grandpa Peepo plush in the future? I mean, I didn't design the Grandpa Peepo plush, So I could message the artist and then connect them with a plushie person, and then I would rather they kind of get the vibe, you know? Oh yeah, I've seen the Fox Peepo. I've just been distracted, as you've seen. As you've seen, getting locked out of my house. And other things. Tomorrow's stream, aside from the gaming, I'm gonna need some advice because I was trying to game on my own this weekend, and I don't know what good games are out other than Diablo, which I'm saving for tomorrow. I'm over my PUBG era. Unreal's fun, but it's not, I think, a great stream game, and I just like to click heads on bots, but it's not really fun for you guys. So I guess I'm kind of open to some gaming suggestions. We gotta finish Expedition, that's definitely a thing, but something that's a little... What am I saying? It's probably Mugenics. I should probably play Mugenics. It's probably fine. Why they named that game that way, man? There's also a game called, like, Data Center Simulator that looked kind of interesting, where you have to, like, set up a data center. That might be a fun thing to play through stream. Oh, and there are a bunch of, like, stock simulator streams that I think the CEO would like. Friend slop. Oh, dude. Jams linked me this really cool friend slop game called like Scratcher Gambling Simulator, but it's like a friend slop game where you play scratchers together in multiplayer. Stonks 9000 was CEO. Yeah. I gotta figure out a way to get TTS working with the stream takeover. They can't overlap. I gotta make them not overlap. It would be really cool if they didn't overlap. It might be fucking crazy if they didn't overlap, actually. Concept might go absolutely bonkers.
You should play Space Warlord Baby Trading Simulator.
Oh, man. A whole week of trading simulators, of Stonk trading simulators. Might go crazy. What, 72 consecutive streams? I have an interactive stream idea. Okay, actually, announcement about YouTube. I have been slowly working towards a YouTube video, but it isn't a... It's not like a stream being cut up. I had an idea. I kind of like took a self-imposed break on like making videos. But it made me inspired to do a new video where it's kind of all offline. And so I've just been learning like different coding stuff to like do that. So I do want to release new YouTube videos. The shorts will keep coming because those are like stream highlights. But I'm hoping this next video, it will be a little different and interesting, but it might just take a little bit of time, but I'll be excited for it. It's going to be similar to the tariff video. It's not going to be about tariffs or economics, but stylistically, I think it's going to be very similar to the tariff video. Did they not highlight? Oh, Geico Gecko. It's in the... You know where you make your emote big? It's in that section. It's called Message Effects. I think, yeah. Yeah, it sounds fun. And it's a... You know, I'm not holding myself to a video schedule yet this year. So this is a thing where I'm like, oh, I can just kind of work on it and then get it done, you know, without pressure of a deadline for now, but I kind of want to get back to there. You are shiny, yeah. You don't know how to make your emotes big? It's in the channel point section. Okay, let's raid out somewhere. Grandpa Eugene Takeover is eternal. Thank you for being shiny, guys. Let's raid Mints Castella. What's with all this Roblox stuff on the front page of Twitch? Roblox cool. Hate Roblox stuff. I've played some Roblox games offline, and they are crazy neat. They're super cool, but I've had like I think children come in here, and then it's weird. It gets weird. I'm like, oh, you're a Roblox player. This is kind of weird. The games themselves are insane. I kind of want to try to make a Roblox game, to be honest, just to understand the platform, because the games that are being made on there are crazy, absolutely crazy. That's the next video. Yeah, maybe. All right, shout outs to Mint. Be nice. Fun streaming today. I'll see you guys very soon. Oh yeah, tomorrow. See you tomorrow for gaming.
Oh yeah, no, these guys are both talking the ping pong balls.
Aren't you gonna put the mocap suit on now?